What's going on, folks, and welcome back to Beans to Greens. Today, we're going to be taking a peek at the Vivosun 2x4 Pro Grow Tent Kit. They sent it to me. I finally got it set up, and I wanted to kind of walk you all through the equipment and my initial thoughts on the equipment as well. If you're interested in picking up any Vivosun equipment, make sure you use my promo code BEANS2GREENS at checkout, and you will save 15% off. That works on their website as well as Amazon. All the equipment that I have, the Pro Tent Kit, I will link down in the description and also put in the pinned comment section as well. So every time you do use that promo code, it helps out support the channel as well. So anytime you do use it, I really, really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and take a peek at this equipment, and I'll give you my initial thoughts on it. Alrighty, folks. So here's the initial thoughts on the tent. The size of it, the dimensions advertised is 24 inches by 48 inches by 72 inches tall. The actual dimensions, I took a tape measure to it, is 23.5 inches deep, 47.25 inches wide, and 70.5 inches tall. Not a huge amount different, but I just wanted to check the accuracy to what was advertised. And I don't think that it's a huge deal, but if you are super tight on space and you need some very accurate dimensions, I would just recommend reaching out to Vivosun to get their true dimensions before you make a tent purchase. Some of the things that I really like about the tent is I love this front window. It's massive. I'll take it off in a second just to show you guys what it looks like, but it is really cool for displaying your plants. You know, if you're trying to show off your garden, I think it's really cool. Here's the tent with the window off. So check out how that displays your plants in there. Pretty badass, huh? Really cool. The tent has 8 different ports on it, 2 on each sides as well as the back, and then 2 more on the top. So you got plenty of spaces to, you know, route wiring and ducting and things like that, which is really cool. I like this accessory pouch on the outside of the tent. Most manufacturers put them on the inside. I prefer it on the outside, you know, so you don't have to open up your tent every single time you're trying to grab an accessory or something. The controller is really cool. It's mounted magnetically. There's a plate on the back side of it, which I think is really cool, and it displays really nice. It just kind of goes into a sleep mode when you're not using it for an extended period of time. It, you know, dims out, which is kind of cool. The zippers are pretty smooth on the tent, which is nice. I really like the way that the wiring goes through the tent here. It's super clean, and when you look at it, there's no light leaks caused by it either. So I thought that that was really, really cool. Just to kind of open up the tent here. Initial thoughts in here. I love the poles. It actually pushes the tent out, which is really cool. If you look at my 5x5, I put pieces of foam in there to push it out. I was impressed by the thickness of the material of the tent. I thought it was going to be thinner, to be honest with you. So I was actually impressed by the thickness of the material as well. So I thought that that was really nice. The only thing that I don't like about this tent is, you know, the zipper is smooth, but the material here that they use to seal it off, which it does a good job, there's no light leaks, it gets caught in the zipper like pretty often. So that's the only thing I don't like about the tent. And then as far as like another con with the tent, and this is really personal preference, is it's a bit shorter than my other tents. And as a solution, I just mounted the carbon filter and the inline fan outside of the tent. So really it's not an issue. And that is going to allow me to be able to move the light up a little bit higher if I need to. The tent comes with obviously the controller. It comes with the carbon filter, the ducting, and the inline fan. It comes with this 200-watt Aero Lightwing light. It comes with the 6-inch oscillating fan as well. It's got 10 speeds. It's it's a pretty basic oscillating fan. It's pretty standard for the industry, I feel. The light's pretty cool in the sense that it has different light spectrums for seedling, veg, and flower. One thing that's kind of unique about it is it also has this little fan in here, and you could control the speed of that fan, 10 different settings, which is pretty cool. And it just blows air down. So right now I'm just running that because I just have some small seedlings in here right now. And we'll be showing those in some other grow videos here. But yeah, I got that on right now just to kind of circulate some air through the tent a little bit. I think it's a great setup for 2 to 3 plants. I'm going to be running 2 plants in here. The lights, you could see that these side LEDs are actually adjustable. And I took a light meter and I kind of played with them. I ended up putting them to the outside of the tent itself and just took some light readings. And this seemed to be kind of optimal performance for, just light levels within the tent, especially making sure we get it to the outsides, because I'm just trying to maximize the light in this tent and its efficiency. So overall, I think the tent is pretty good. The light is 100% controlled through the controller, which is cool. If you have the app, you have a ton of control. And even if you don't use this app, the interface on the actual controller is pretty easy to use, and everything is pretty much just as adjustable. Perhaps maybe not quite as much with the light, but you could literally move it by 1% if you wanted. So those increments are pretty tight. But overall, I think the tent setup is nice. The lights come with these ratchet straps, which is really nice as well. And yeah, it's got everything you need in it. So overall, the tent really, it's actually exceeded my expectations. The inline fan, it's also a pretty typical inline fan, 4-inch. As far as price wise, it's similar to competitors. It's actually right in the middle. It's not most expensive or least expensive, but it is more efficient than most competitors. And, the noise level is a little bit higher, but I really haven't noticed the noise out of it. So I don't think it's really an issue. But yeah, it is more efficient, and it also pulls more CFM than most of the competitors as well. So just to kind of give you a heads up on that. The one thing I do like is that this controller can hook up everything. So you could hook up your light to it. You hook up your inline fan to it. You could even hook up the oscillating fans as well. So if there was one thing that this grow tent kit I feel should have, just for complete automation, because you're 75% of the way there, the only other thing I would say that they could add in this kit is a humidifier. But you could also get a humidifier from them for pretty cheap, and they've got some nice humidifiers out, and some of them that are holding some of the most water I've seen on the market, which is really nice, because then you don't have to keep refilling them as often. But that's my initial thoughts on the tent. We're gonna kind of go through it more as we're growing with it. And we're also going to do, another review kind of at the end, just to see how full first grow went and my initial thoughts on it, just how it performed and everything. The light, it seems to be efficient, and it seems to push out some pretty good power values. So I'm excited to check it out, and I'm really excited to just get some grows in here. So yeah, stay tuned in.